Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Snap. Beginning the evening at rank 97 and 5 cubes. I gained 15 cubes off video from the end of my last video until now. At the end of my last video is at 96 and 0 cubes, and I intended to record from 96 to 97, but I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So I missed it. My apologies for that. We're starting at 97 and 5 cubes for tonight and continuing to play these Zabu Dino deck. Now that there is no featured location, I've swapped out Death for Spider-Man. I don't know if this deck is good or if my luck was just bad before and now it isn't, but I have been climbing the ranks pretty rapidly in the 90s, the late 80s and 90s with Zabu Dino. So it is very possible that this is just a good deck, but we'll see how it does tonight. And if we can continue. The deck has a lot of outplay potential with Enchantress and Shang-Chi, along with Moon Girl. And Zabu is just ridiculous. That card was a mistake that players who bought the Battle Pass this month get to take advantage of. And there is Zabu. Okay, we'll go ahead and Moon Girl. And I'll forego playing Iceman, because I don't want to fill up Bifrost and I don't want to play to Mindscape, because it'll increase the chances of me accidentally filling up Bifrost. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I'm not going to play Iceman here. Alright, well, here it's going to be the incredibly toxic Spider-Man. And I'll go ahead and, well, I'm just going to be Icemanning whatever I would get from my opponent here, so I'm not going to do that. Hopefully the Scorpion doesn't go to Mindscape.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Probably should have Spider-Man Strange Academy, actually, since the cards are moving away from there. I think that was a mistake. But I get away with it because my opponent can't play to these locations. So I think that was a mistake, but yeah. Oh well. Gonna play it out. That's interesting. Okay, well. Did not expect that. Got the Moon Girl She-Hulk combo. Oh, but it's gonna get hit once? No, just once. Okay. it's a Nexus game. And a slow start for me. So the Moon Girl She-Hulk combo is no good if Moon Girl costs 5. That was an odd graphical glitch there. So I'll go ahead and play She-Hulk here, and then it'll likely be Dino. He's gonna steal my Dino, Crossbones, or Moon Girl. I'll go ahead and play Crossbones here while I can. If he plays anything big here, I do have Shang-Chi. Okay. Is he gonna lead her here? Let's see. As we will have identical cards in hand, so if he just leaders, I win. Well, see what he got. Shang-Chi, sure, okay. No problem. There were a number of things that conspired to make that happen. If the Moon Girl doesn't get hit there, then I don't put She-Hulk down early, and in that case, my vulnerability to Shang-Chi is more limited. But for 2 cubes, no problem. Get away from a Shang-Chi game. Just a 2-cube loss. I can live with it. Another slow start. A lot of 4s and no Zabu. Here I will play White Queen. I don't like my odds of winning this game very much. So he's playing a control deck. And I'll just go ahead and play Crossbones. Though it does leave me vulnerable to the Professor at either Shadowland or Necrotia. He's probably playing a lane control deck with Storm, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Professor, possibly Hobgoblin. Doesn't mean he has the Professor in hand. He does not. That's an interesting play. Do I win with this? I'm up by 6 at Oscorp. We'll go to Showdown. So it'll be on differential, and I lose by 1. Well, I knew he had Magneto in hand. I should have figured that. I just didn't account for the -2/-2 from Necrotia. He had initiative, so I could have played Shang-Chi and gotten the win. If I just remembered that he had Magneto in hand. That was bad play. Bad play by me. Although I don't know that I necessarily could have guessed that he would have played to Necrotia. I should have been able to, but even if I'd thought about it, I don't know if I would have thought. I don't know if my thinking would have been that advanced, if I'm being honest. but I would like to get there. Another slow start. No Zabu. And he got his, so if he snaps, I'll probably fold. Can play my crossbones here. Doesn't really help me to draw 2 cards. I probably should have played Enchantress on his Zabu, actually. I'm not sure. I can Spider-Man here, and if I guess the lane right, I may just win 1 lane with the Spider-Man. Let's give it a try.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Red Skull, which can't be destroyed, so that's tough. With the 0, definitely should have guessed that he would play that, but I didn't really have an alternate Spider-Man play that was any good. This wins Wakanda. Doesn't win Xandar. I probably lose Asgard because it's only +7. Is there any chance he doesn't have something worth 7 power? Taskmaster wins easily. I think I gotta retreat. Retreating later, not because I think there's any chance my opponent will, but just because I want to get in the habit of it. Oh, that's terrible. So a combination of bad luck and bad play in the last few games. There's Superflow again in the middle. It's a Mindscape game, so I have to be mindful of what I'm giving my opponent later. I can play Moon Girl, copy the Dino, and then play Dinos on 4 and 5. That seems pretty good. Though I am giving him Enchantresses to be able to deal with one of them. I was gonna Spider-Man the Baxter building so that my opponent couldn't Enchantress me there. Now I just let it happen. if he wants to do that. He's already mega won that lane, so if he wants to Enchantress the Dino there, that's okay. Well,
Opponent snapped.
I know that I'm not giving him anything real good for the Dracula. I can Shang-Chi, Thor. He could Enchantress my Dino. He'd be at 4, probably 8 to my 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I probably need Thor at Baxter Building as well. Let's run it. Enchantress that Dino. It's gonna come down to his Dracula draw, I guess, but it looks good for me. Not enough.
Victory.
Great. I probably should have snapped there as well. There's Zabu. Makes an appearance. That's nice. And I've got Moon Girl, Spider-Man, Dino. That's just kind of mean. This hand is mean. Okay. Okay, well this isn't nice at all, but I am trying to get to infinite.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
So I just pass here. Put all power into the sunspot. Yep.
Victory.
2 cubes, courtesy of the Spider-Mans. Now, theoretically, was that the best cube? Is that the best play possible in terms of my cube potential? What if I didn't play the Spider-Man, and instead I played Dino Dino, which was my next best play? Does that get me any more cubes? If I snapped in the same spot, or does my opponent on the final turn have a way to beat me? These destruction decks don't typically play Shang-Chi. Well, it's not a, I mean, discard decks, but this isn't a straight discard deck. Oh, Namor was from the hub. Maybe it is a straight discard deck. Maybe it's the Ghost Rider variant. Maybe he pulls Ghost Rider. Forget what he discarded. What did he discard? Well, anyway, I don't think that there was a play that would have gotten me more than 2 cubes there. And there are ways I could have lost that game depending on what my opponent was playing. So how good was double Spider-Man? It's hard to say. It never gets 4 cubes, so if there's another play line that could have gotten me 4 or 8 cubes, then Spider-Man actually wasn't that good. It's really mean. It's really toxic for the game. But how can we as players turn down good plays that win us games or cubes? Personally, I think you play the best cards and plays that are available to you, whether they are toxic or not. Okay, so I'll copy She-Hulk here, which is good. I can skip turn 5 and play double She-Hulk along with whatever else I want to do. He's got 14 power Magneto. I don't know what he played to Dark Dimension. It could be a 4-drop, it could be a 5-drop. But I'm going to put the power into the Sunspot here. I don't know. This seems good. Okay.
Victory.
Got Moon Girl Dino. I don't know if I'll be able to use Moon Girl to copy Dino or not. It depends on what I draw. If I can actually empty out my hand a little bit. Zabu would be perfect. This hand is cumbersome. So Moon Girl here doesn't really do anything. Play here is going to be White Queen. He's stealing my Dino. I got his Leech. I don't know why he is playing a lot of cards to Strange Academy. I'm going to Leech to Hellfire Club and then plan on She-Hulking to somewhere else. I think this is my only chance to win. And I hope that all of his cards go to Monster Metropolis. Okay, well, I cannot win, I don't think. Yeah, there's no way. Trailing by 8, and it's just going to come down to who can play more power on the board, and that is not... Or who's going to end up with more power on the board, and that's not going to be me. My draws just weren't very good there. There's Moon Girl Dino in a spot in the hand and in a hand where I'm very likely to be able to duplicate the Dino. This is one of my favorite cards. Movement just isn't that good right now, but I love Human Torch. I'll go ahead and Moon Girl to let you Gila. I don't really mind rocks now. I would love if She-Hulk came from the hand. Clearly he's setting up for Heimdall. Well, got the She-Hulk. That's high rolling. For sure. And his Heimdall came out early. That is bad luck, my friend.
Opponent snapped.
Really? Shang-Chi and then put the 2 points into Grand Central? Looks good. Yeah, it is good.
Victory.
I high rolled pretty hard in that game with the She-Hulk. Talking at the beginning of the video about not being sure if the deck is really good or if I maybe am playing really well or if I'm getting lucky. In that case, unquestionably lucky with the She-Hulk coming out and his Heimdall coming out early. I think Shang-Chi still would have been impactful, and I don't know if I would have won or not. But that made the win much simpler, at least. And so I would consider it a high roll. Now, if I'm really running well, I'll Atalan into like Moon Girl, She-Hulk, or Moon Girl, Spider-Man, or something like that. Moon Girl, Dino. He's storming, not knowing what he's going to have next. It's interesting. Now the game's got to think about it for a sec. Yeah, that's high rolling. So we'll go White Queen, Moon Girl to hopefully win flooding. I mean, I can't imagine not winning flooding after that. And then next turn it's going to be Spider-Man, Spider-Man, most likely. He's got Typhoid Mary, interesting. Theoretically, Silver Surfer could still win him flooded. But, of course, I'm not going to let him play cards on turn 6, so...
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Is there a play there that would have gotten me more than 2 cubes? I don't know. Spider-Man is mean. There's no way around it. It's not a nice thing to do. It appeals to the troll in me. But I also feel bad doing it. This hand would be great if I draw Zabu. Nonetheless, I can still copy the Dino. Now I can't. Oh, there's Zabu. I forgot about Atalan till that moment, to be honest. Is this a Surfer deck or is this the Miracle Sarah? Do I play one of these cards for points? If it's Miracle Sarah, I should, because there's nothing that he's going to play that I can counter. But given my hand and my position on the board, I actually think that the only way I can win this game is by countering something. So I'm going to hang on to the cards on the off chance that I'll be able to counter something. So I figured he'd be able to buff Angela a little bit at some point. And now he has +2 mana as well. I'm in a rough spot. If this is a Surfer deck, and I don't think it is because they don't typically run Mysterio, I could potentially Shang-Chi the Maximus after he buffed it, but this isn't a Surfer deck. This is a Sarah deck, I'm pretty sure. And I don't have a way to get any points to Altar of Death. I can't outpower my opponent since I'm down by 2, and Dino is at 9 power only. Guess my best play would be White Queen Enchantress, but 6 power at Atalan wins, and the real Mysterio could be there already. So that doesn't look good.
Escaped.
So we're location shuffling. Oh man. So first we're going to swap the position of each location, and then we're going to move to the right. I don't like it at all. Okay. I think we ended up in the exact same position we were before. Bar Sinister's empty. We're playing to Starlight and Bifrost. That's funny. In this spot, I should skip. And then play She-Hulk, Dino next round. Oh wait, I can only play Dino and one She-Hulk. My bad. He can Ghost Rider for Giganto. That would be 17 power. I think I'm going to do it like this. Is this card in the middle worth 10? Well, that's where the Ghost Rider went. I guessed wrong. If I'd played She-Hulk to Bifrost, I would have won. But I guessed that that's where Ghost Rider would go, not to Starlight Citadel. Alternately, I could have avoided Bar Sinister and played Dino to Bifrost. That game really came down to like 50-50 guessing. A lot of games do. That seems like a good place to end the video. So continued to climb. I think I only gained 6 cubes overall, but climbed from 97 to 98. And it continues to go very well with this Zabu Dino deck. I've climbed very rapidly through the late 80s and 90s compared to how long it took me to go from 70 to late 80s, and really it just came down to getting She-Hulk from a random cache. It's rough in early pool 3 till you get some decent cards, and this deck is mildly pay to win with Zabu, but no Series 5 cards required. Zabu and She-Hulk. She-Hulk is not really a pay to win card, and it'll be pool 3 soon, but Zabu is pay to win. But a $10 card as opposed to a $225 card. And I'll say it one more time, if you are a serious player and you have no objection to spending money, Zabu is a must-have for now, and I don't foresee them nerfing it for months. Why would they? It encourages people to spend money. In fact, it almost requires them to. It's not cool, but that's the way it is. So, thank you for watching.